I'm in Washington, D.C. right now, across from Western Market, a food hall in town, and I'm going to try out a place called Nim Ali. They specialize in Guatemalan street food, namely Shukos. It's an ultra-popular, ubiquitous street food in Guatemala. It's based on the American hot dog. I've never had it before, but I'm curious about it. So let's go inside and try out Nim Ali, Guatemalan street food. Let's go. All right, I'm going to start with my first selection. It's from their appetizer menu, the antojitos. I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me for my bad Spanish. Antojitos. And this is the tomalito, the chicken tamale, or the miniature chicken tamale. Tomalito meaning miniature tamale. I'm looking at it now. I don't see what's so miniature about it because it looks like a normal sized tamale to me, but I don't eat tamales all that often, so what do I know? It looks pretty normal sized, but anyway, it has some sort of tomato sauce on it and some cheese, and I'm just going to dig right in. I'm going to get some of the chicken and the masa. Okay, as I'm eating it, I realize now it's bone-in chicken with the masa, the corn mixture. That's interesting. I've never had one with bone-in chicken before. So basically, this tamale, the masa, the corn mixture, that is the substance of this tamale, is very smooth and kind of crumbly, and there's chicken next to it, partnering with it. You know, as I'm eating this tomalito, or this tamale, I can't help but be reminded of the Chinese, the Cantonese zhong. That's my reference point. It's similar, and whereas the Cantonese zhong, or the Mandarin zongji, is wrapped in bamboo leaves with sticky rice, and there is often chicken in it. This is masa, the corn mixture, and it's wrapped in a corn husk, and obviously there's no rice, but the concept is very similar. Okay, the next item is something called doblades de res. It basically looks like tacos. They're stuffed with beef, so essentially they're just beef tacos. Pulled beef tacos is what they are. That's how it was explained to me. So on top you have shredded lettuce, a kind of reddish sauce, and some raw onions. Wow, that is really good. That might be the crispiest taco shell I've ever experienced. Wow. Okay, I mentioned how crispy and crunchy that shell was, and it is extraordinary, that shell. It's so crispy. But the beef, it is remarkably tender and beefy. Wow, that's a really good beef filling. I don't know if it is based on the Mexican taco, drew inspiration from it, or was it created in Guatemala independent of the Mexican taco? I don't know what the history of it is, but this is quite a discovery because, again, like I said, this is probably the crispiest, crunchiest taco shell I've ever experienced, and I like crunchy taco shells. And the beef, wow. going to dig into my first Shuko. And frankly, I've never seen anything quite like this before. I've had hot dogs, but not like this. This is a enormous open-faced sandwich, basically what it amounts to. It has chopped up hot dogs on it, some cabbage, shredded cabbage. I believe that is the escabeche. And it has various sauces drizzled on top. I can see the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, and a chimichurri sauce. I don't know what else. Oh, there's a spread of guacamole on the bread. It's nice and toasted, and it's open-faced, and it is quite large. I don't know if you're supposed to eat it like a pizza while it's open, or are you supposed to close it up and bite into it? I don't know. I've never had one of these before. Okay. It ended up closing on its own because the bread is hinged, and when I picked it up, it naturally kind of closed. My first impression is that it's quite messy to eat. And in fact, Shuko translates to dirty in Spanish, or in Guatemalan Spanish anyway. And by dirty, they don't necessarily mean unsanitary. They mean more or less messy, dirty in that sense. And wow, when you bite into it, everything kind of oozes and kind of gushes, and everything intermingles. The sauces and the meat. In fact, I got mostly sauce so far, but I can tell right away that bread is really, really good. It's soft and toasty. And the guacamole, I've had a mouthful of guacamole. That's quite good. But I think on my next bite, I'm going to get mostly hot dog, and let me do that. Okay, in that last bite, which was mostly hot dog, I really got my fullest impression of this Shuko. I think it's a beef hot dog or beef frank. You know, it's cut up into little pieces. I wouldn't say that the hot dog is particularly beefy or robust. And as I'm tasting it, I can taste the ketchup and the mustard kind of dancing on my tongue. It has that classic mustard ketchup flavor that you might associate with American-style hot dogs. The mayonnaise and the chimichurri, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle there. It's hard to parse out every flavor of every sauce. I would say the hot dog is meaty and good in that sense, but I don't think it's really standing out necessarily because of all those sauces. Those sauces really have a prominent role in this sandwich. This definitely is better than the American-style hot dog. That's quite obvious to me, for no other reason than the bread is way better than the conventional hot dog bun. Okay, I was mistaken. I looked at the menu again really quickly, and the green in this sandwich is not from the chimichurri sauce. In fact, the chimichurri sauce is on the next item that I'm going to eat. I got confused. I think it's just the guacamole, but I did see briefly some sort of green drizzle. I don't know exactly what that is. If you know, if you're watching and you know, and you're familiar with Shukos, maybe you can put a comment below in the comment section. I don't know exactly. Okay, this next Shuko is quite large. It is a hulking beast of a thing, and it doesn't have hot dogs in it. Normally a Shuko would have a hot dog in it, but Shukos can have other things rather than hot dogs. Beyond the aforementioned chimichurri sauce, it does have a green drizzle on it. It has mayonnaise and mustard on it. It doesn't have the escabeche cabbage, I don't think. It has lettuce, but the meats are al pastor, ham, and chorizo. I think those are the lineup of proteins. So there's onions and cheese as well. And there's also something called chapin sauce. I don't know what that is, but that's listed as one of the ingredients on the menu. So I guess I'll try to figure it out as I dig in. Now, wow, this is really potentially difficult to eat. I can see why it's called shuko, messy or dirty. Wow. Look at this thing. Oh my God, look at this thing. That might be the largest sandwich I've ever attempted to eat. Okay, I think I'm gonna bite it like a pizza first. Oh my God. I just got a mouthful of bread and sauce. Again, the bread is nice and soft and toasty. That's really good bread. But in that first bite, I didn't get any meat. So this might be... So I might need to take 2 or 3 or 4 bites before I can comment on this thing. Okay, bear with me. Okay, as I've gotten some of the meats, some of the proteins, one thing I noticed is it's kind of odd for me, at least, to eat al pastor, chorizo, and maybe to a lesser extent ham with this yellow mustard, because I associate it so much with hot dogs. It's a classic kind of yellow hot dog mustard, and it's kind of strange to me to eat it with what would normally be taco meat, you know, el pastor and chorizo. So I have to kind of get used to that. But once you get beyond that, you can enjoy it. One thing is quite obvious, though, at this point, as I'm working my way through this shuko. As a sandwich, it is quite difficult to eat because it's so large. And by large, I don't mean the length of it. It's just the width of it. It's trying to get all the, all the aspects of it, all the constituent parts of it in any one given bite. As you make your way toward the center of the sandwich, things do change. I just got more meat in that bite. Okay, let me finish up this chuco, and I'm gonna show you some Guatemalan dessert after this. I'm going to finish off with the dessert. I think this dessert item is quite popular and well known and well regarded and well liked in Guatemala. It's the relanitos. I hope I said that correctly. It's a fried ball. Well, actually, it's not a ball. It looks more like an egg-shaped dessert. It's made out of plantains on the exterior, and I was told it's stuffed with black beans, and it's sweet. I've never had anything like it. In fact, it reminds me of a fried taro ball, that dim sum item. Well, that one's not sweet. I can't help myself. I'm making all these comparisons to Chinese food. That's what it looks like. It's much darker, of course, and it's drizzled with some sort of cream sauce, and there's like a lattice work of cream on top. All right. Ooh, I stabbed it. Oh, whoa, holy, whoa, whoa. Okay, on that first bite, I think I got nothing but plantain. Let me take another one and work my way toward the beans in the center. I'm thinking the analog would be something like a donut, but it's not. I mean, you do have like a soft exterior housing a sweet filling, so it's a donut in that regard, but I think it would be inappropriate to say that this is something like a donut, because the plantain is not like, donut dough. It's not like that. Plantain is very uniquely plantain. So this is a very unique dessert, and I like it a lot. But this is delicious. I like the way it's executed. I like the concept of it. This is a good and creative way to use plantains. You don't always have to have it, as a side dish with your your savory main dish, whatever that might be. You know, I typically have plantains in Peruvian food as a side with my pollo a la brasa. I don't think I've ever had plantains as a dessert. But it works. It emphatically works. This is thumbs up. This is really good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This concludes my episode on Guatemalan street food here at Western Market from the Nim Ali street food stall. The Nim Ali Guatemalan street food stall that specializes in Shukos. And I quite enjoyed this first excursion, this first foray into Guatemalan food for me. I've never had it before. There isn't a large Guatemalan population here in the DMV, I don't think. And so Guatemalan food isn't the easiest cuisine to get in the DMV. So I do appreciate this opportunity and what I had today. I learned a lot. I enjoyed it. And I hope if you get a chance, if you're in Washington, D.C., I hope you come out to Nim Ali and try it for yourself. Try a Shuko, the ubiquitous, ultra-popular Guatemalan street food that's served and beloved in Guatemala. So come out here to Western Market if you have a chance. Until next time, I'll catch you later somewhere in D.C., Maryland, or Virginia. Take care. Bye-bye.